After Deadpool blows the thing into several pieces and kills not only Mr. Fantastic, but also cuts off the head of Human Torch, Invisible Woman becomes desperate, and with a force field she simply explodes Deadpool's head. However, after a few seconds, Wade simply regenerates and quickly kills Susan as well. And even the Watcher, who was watching everything from another plane, is suddenly hit by Deadpool from behind using a cosmic weapon, killing him as well while wondering who he could have been talking to. Deadpool then continues his mission, and after he kills Dr. Doom and also Ghost Rider, Wade goes after Spider-Man and quickly manages to shoot him in the head, now leaving the Avengers extremely worried. However, as soon as Iron Man receives the news that Ant-Man disappeared and that the Pym particles were stolen, they end up discovering too late that Deadpool used them to enlarge several bombs and blow up their base, killing almost all the Avengers in a few seconds. And even though Luke Cage survived, Deadpool reveals that he also shrunk some bombs and put them in their coffee, now killing Luke instantly. Thor was another Avenger who survived the explosion, but as soon as he throws Mjolnir at Wade, Deadpool quickly dodges and enlarges his hammer with the Pym particles, then killing Thor, crushed by his own attack. Wade then starts walking away, but suddenly Hulk appears and tears him into several pieces. But even though Hulk thinks he won, after he walks away to mourn his friends, a few hours pass and Deadpool fully regenerates again, then cutting off Bruce Banner's head by surprise. A little later, Aunt May and Mary Jane Watson meet with several other relatives of superheroes who were executed, and after gathering all their most valuable belongings, they decide to hire Taskmaster, who was ready to end Deadpool once and for all. Meanwhile, Wade was going after the X-Men, and he ends up kidnapping Professor X, forcing him to call the other X-Men to where they were. And as soon as they all arrive, Deadpool immediately suffocates Cyclops while making him fire his beams, causing an explosion that already kills several of them. Deadpool then electrocutes the rest and deals with Magneto by trapping him in an acid-like gelatina, and with Shadowcat by trapping her forever inside a Tesseract. And even though Professor X tries to finally break Deadpool's mind, he quickly becomes shocked by what he sees inside and ends up going into a vegetative state, dying alone shortly after. Wolverine then appears to avenge his family, and even though Logan also had a healing factor like Wade, Deadpool was prepared for that and quickly pulls out a carbonadium sword, the only metal capable of disabling Wolverine's regeneration. Not much time then passes, and Deadpool continues his massacre. However, after killing Silver Surfer, Thanos, and Galactus, Taskmaster finally appears to ambush Wade, but only to realize that Deadpool was already ready for him and quickly die to another ambush prepared by Man-Thing, who right after sacrifices himself for Deadpool to complete his plan by opening an interdimensional portal for him. And after traveling through several dimensions, Deadpool ends up arriving in the real world, falling on top of a pile of comic books. Wade then watches several writers writing exactly that comic, and while all of them were deciding how that story would end, Deadpool turns to the fourth wall and says that as soon as he finishes with them, he would come after us.